I see a road leading toward the mountains. It begins somewhere near the center of the image and continues into the distance, becoming smaller until it almost disappears into the landscape. On both sides, there is water. To the left, waves reach a dark shoreline. To the right, the sea stretches toward the horizon, and between them is land, a narrow piece of land that somehow feels enormous and small at the same time. At first, my attention goes directly to the mountains. They are impossible to ignore. Sharp peaks rise from the ground, dark and uneven, with clouds hanging around their highest points. Some parts catch the light, others disappear into shadow. The mountains look permanent, as if they were here long before the road, the buildings, or whoever took this photograph. But then I notice something much smaller. Near the road stands a bright orange object. It is tiny compared with everything around it. Almost nothing. And yet once I see it, I keep returning to it. That is strange about attention. The largest thing in an image does not always become the most important thing. Sometimes one small detail is enough. The orange stands against a landscape filled mostly with blue, gray, green, and brown. It does not blend in. Maybe that is why I notice it. Or maybe it is because it gives the landscape a sense of scale. Without it, the mountains are simply mountains. The coastline is simply coastline. But this small object reminds me how large everything around it really is. I follow the road again. It bends gently through the landscape. There are no traffic jams, no crowds. Almost nothing seems to interrupt it. Just a thin line created by people moving through something much older than themselves. I wonder how different this place would feel from the ground. From above, everything seems understandable. The road has a direction. The coastline has a shape. The mountains have boundaries. You can almost see where everything leads. But standing down there would be different. The mountains would block the view. The road ahead would disappear around bends. You would only see a small part of the landscape at a time. Maybe life feels like that too. From a distance, a journey can look obvious. There is a beginning. There is a destination. There is a line connecting the two. But while you are actually moving through it, you rarely see the whole thing. You only see what is ahead. Sometimes, not even that. The image makes me think about how much perspective changes understanding. From here, the road looks small. The mountains look enormous. The orange object looks almost insignificant. But if I were standing beside it, the proportions would change completely. The photograph gives me a position I could never naturally have, high above the coastline, far enough away to see how everything connects. And yet, even from here, there are things I cannot know. I cannot tell what the air feels like. I cannot hear the waves. I cannot feel the wind coming from the water. A photograph can show so much and still leave almost everything outside the frame. There is another thing I notice. The landscape does not seem designed for us. The road does. Whatever that orange object is, probably does too. But the mountains do not care about the road. The sea does not stop because people want to pass. The coastline simply continues being what it is. We build small lines through enormous places and call them routes. We place markers, signs, buildings. We create directions. Maybe because enormous landscapes become easier to understand when we give ourselves something to follow. And here, there is one clear thing to follow. The road. It moves away from me and toward the mountains. I do not know where it ends. I only know where it appears to go. Perhaps that is enough. because not every road needs to reveal its destination before you begin. Sometimes, the next visible piece is all you get. The clouds above the mountains make that feeling stronger. They hide parts of the peaks. The landscape is visible, but never completely. There is always something beyond what I can see. I look once more at that orange object. It is still there, small, bright, surrounded by a landscape that could easily make it disappear. But it does not disappear. It holds its place. Maybe that is what stays with me most about this photograph. Not the size of the mountains, not the water, not even the road, but the relationship between everything. Something enormous, something distant, something small, and one path running through all of it. I can see where the road goes for now. After that, the landscape decides what I am allowed to see. I see this. What do you see?